the Nets starting five. The guard pair, Schroeder and Thomas. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Nicholas Claxton. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And for the Hornets, LaMelo Ball is out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Josh Green. Then there's Miles Bridges. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. It's Schroeder with the drive. Here on opening day. And what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Now, here's Johnson. Following the miss by LaMelo Ball. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Going inside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
That's where on the drive, Dorian Finney-Smith blank comes into play, right? Helps him get past and around defenders.
Here's Mann. Misses the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Schroeder finds Thomas. Buries it down low.
I'm not sure how we define a difficult finish for Cam Thomas. This guy finds a way through contact.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Here's Schroeder. Following the basket by LaMelo Ball.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Offensive rebound with the second effort. Here's Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And that one misses. Hey, DB, we don't see a lot of them, but from what you have seen and heard, what can the Charlotte Hornets do better to improve their overall game?
Well, I think one of the things you have to look at is what are they doing successfully on the offensive end and what are their weaknesses? One of the weaknesses is drawing fouls and getting opportunities at the free throw line. To me, Kev, the best teams do a good job of getting easy points, whether in transition or at the charity stripe. He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Cameron Thomas.
Charlotte has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Mann. Williams a screen. Jacks up a 3. Mann gets the bucket. And that tie this game up.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Johnson. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Hornets have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. On the wing, Bridges.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Here's Schroeder. That 3 off the mark. Charlotte is gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Williams sends a screen for Ball. And the rejection by Claxton. Releases. And the Nets miss again.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Bridges outside. Green with a screen for Bridges. Oh, good with the triple. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 2. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Here's Mann. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Schroeder. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Outside, Ball gets the three-pointer to fall. Ball's got 5 now.
Irrepressible confidence. LaMelo from deep.
Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now Claxton coming in off a 10-point game his last outing.
Well, get it inside to a quality scorer and let this guy do his thing.
Outside, Ball. 3 seconds left. And the rejection by Claxton. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Hornets. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Bridges out there with Green. Then it's Ball. Then it's Trey Mann. And it's Williams at the pivot, manning the middle. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. And not too long ago, Doris, there was such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
Outside, Ball. And Ball slams it in.
Well, this is what you love about having length in the backcourt. That 6'7" frame. Go ahead and finish, LaMelo.
Here's Thomas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge.
The play is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Dennis Schroeder. That's good from Thomas. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Charlotte in the lead. Ball feeling it out a bit. Outside, Green. Offline with his 3. Outside, Simmons. And there's a foul called on Trey Mann. That'll be his second foul of the game.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
Pass to Claxton. Here's Johnson to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Picked by Finney-Smith. Johnson can't get it to go.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Mann. He's got 5. Outside, Green. And they get it back. And it's Williams finishing it off.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Charlotte. Claxton finds Simmons. Now, here's Thomas. Kicks it out to Johnson for three. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Johnson's got 6.
The catch and shoot is exactly what you're looking for. Cam Johnson, one of the best shooters in the league.
Got a piece of it. Outside ball. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Bridges got his second bucket.
They really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Simmons against Ball. Williams. Good defense by Claxton.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Here's Johnson after the basket by Charlotte. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Williams has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against Detroit. Pass to Johnson. Simmons on the wing. And he banks in the lane. Simmons got 4 points now in the quarter.
Guard skills, but a big-time forward or center type body. Ben Simmons making it happen inside.
Outside ball. We've got 13 seconds left now here in the second. Williams, a screen on Simmons. Inside. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's Charlotte up by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big time home court.
And next up on... And that concludes...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got Simmons. Watford out there with Bogdanovich. Then it's Williams. And it's Whitehead in at the point. Martin for 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nick Richards.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul. Nets trail by 4. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, D.A., we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break. And I'm very happy, and we all are, for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Brooklyn with the ball. Outside, Simmons. Back to Watford. Williams against Williams. 5 to shoot. Here's Bogdanovich. Can't get it to fall. Hornets leading by 4. Doors, it doesn't matter what team he's on. Bojan Bogdanovich is a professional scorer.
He is, Kevin, and you love the fact that he fits in seamlessly wherever he goes. And the reason that he's able to do that, effective as a spot-up shooter or shot creator, high IQ, and now we've seen that you can start him or you can put him off the bench, and he's going to be effective no matter what.
So it's the Hornets now, following the bucket by the Nets. Out to Smith. It's Martin on the wing, and stolen by Bogdanovich. Oh, and here we go with Simmons. Nobody back. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Smith outside. There's the drive, and Smith with the stop.
Smith drives, getting the ball inside and scoring around the cup.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for the Nets. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Outside, Bogdanovich. Back to Sharp. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Watford inside. Covered by Martin. Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Hornets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Nets trail by 6. Whitehead deciding where to go with it. Williams, a screen on Smith. The tray. The rebound by Richard. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Miller with another miss.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nick Richards.
Second personal
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
Sharp with a screen on Smith. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on Nick Smith.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. Now, here's Bolton. 11 points in the game. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated.
The play will be reviewed. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And here's Johnson outside. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
The game has
been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the rejection by Claxton.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Here's Bridges. Oh, he jams it right over Nick Claxton.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess. And the fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Nets trail by 7. Bridges out there with Mark Williams. Then it's Trey Mann. Then it's Ball, and it's Green, and at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Hornets 5. Picked by Finney Smith. Schroeder passes to Finney Smith. Back to Schroeder. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Ball. And it's Schroeder missing. Hornets leading by 7. Here's Bridges. Then Bridges jams it in.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Simmons checked in for Dennis Schroeder. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. During that last break, I heard Jordi Fernandez as he talked with his team. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Thomas against Ball, and Ball slices it in.
Wow, LaMelo is always a tough matchup, but tonight almost impossible.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Mann, and he converts the layup. Mann's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hornets.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Williams has a screen for Ball. With the floater. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Johnson for 3. Great tee that time from Green.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones. Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead. I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Finney Smith, and it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
3.
Every team in search of players with this skill set. Dorian Finney-Smith, the prototypical 3. And yes, he can D as well. I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that. But that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Ball from long range. Buries the long-range jumper. Ball's got 11 points here in just the second half. Claxton a screen on Ball. Simmons finds Claxton. Johnson surveying the floor. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger.
Looking at the Hornets, Greg, they're still in pursuit of their first trip to the NBA Finals.
And, Kevin, I hope it happens soon because their fan base deserves it. They've stuck with this team through some difficult years. It's about time they get rewarded.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hornets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LaMelo Ball.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
And Bridges jams it in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Ball against Simmons. On the wing, man. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And it's Williams throwing it down.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And with the rebound. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers.
Wizards. We've got Bilal Coulibaly, Kyle Kuzma out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Jordan Poole, and it's Carrington in at the 2-guard spot. And for Charlotte, Miles Bridges is out there with Green. Then there's Trey Mann. Then there's Mark Williams, and it's Ball in at the 1. It's that time of the year, everyone. Opening night for these two teams in this new NBA season.
And we've been waiting all summer, BA, to kick this thing off. So much excitement, so much hope, so much possibility. I'm sure both of these teams are going to come out with a lot of jitters and nervous energy, but we're going to settle in. We're going to see the highest level of play right in front of us. It's time for the NBA to get it started.
Now here's Ball. Turned in an outstanding game against Detroit.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
And that one's good.
Poole cashing in from the shallow end.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Charles Lee. Allie, what do you have to offer?
I talked with him about how he's approaching matching up with Jordan Poole tonight, and he said to make sure we don't lose him on defense, we have to talk and we have to know where he is. Expects his team to be very active and talkative here tonight. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Poole does a great job there, just extending and using his length to have an advantage on that shot.
The Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Well, whenever Jordan Poole is out there, Brent, you expect some highlight reel moments.
Well, there's no doubt that Jordan Poole's the kind of player that's going to take some chances. And sometimes it doesn't go so well, but when the times pay off, BA, it is spectacular.
Now here's Kuzma. Can't get it to drop. Nice D from Bridges. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Outside Coulibaly. And the shot goes down.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Ball looks over the floor. Nice move. And he makes it on the layup. So Ball's gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, inside Ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
It's Poole to drive. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Personal foul.
All right, Graham, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Poole Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And that one's good. Poole. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Ball with it, guarded by Valanciunas. Williams passes to Mann. Bridges, a screen on Poole. The kick out to Williams. 4 on the clock. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. Bridges. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Here's Poole. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, BA. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Some solid defense from Coulibaly.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
What a feed from Kuzma. I like it when he finds the open man, and so do they.
Ball passes to Bridges, and the call will be against Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
1:05 left in the first. Here's Bridges, and it's Bridges with the jam.
A bit undersized, his hops make him a legit small ball 4.
Ball against Poole. Here's Kuzma. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. They're getting their first look of the season at Washington in this one.
These teams split the season series last year, neither making an impact in the conference overall.
Now here's Mann. Still without a bucket. Outside for Green. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Wizards have gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. Here's Carrington. The kick out to Poole. Launches it. Knocks down the long J. Poole's got 14 points.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
Ball outside. There's the three. That shot, no good. What a performance for Jordan Poole. He's been the story for Washington. Absolutely can't. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
Now let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
So on the floor for the Wizards, Kyle Kuzma out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then it's Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Here's Poole. Poole work in the interior.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Wizards last season, for the first time in a long time, hitting the reset button. A losing record, no surprise, but they're trying to build something from the ground up. Enough of treading water in the middle, Brian. They're 45 straight seasons without hitting 50 wins, the longest such streak in NBA history.
Oof, not good there, Allie. Thank you. It's Poole the drive. His second miss of the game. He's 7 for 9. Hornets trail by 6. Ball outside. Williams a screen on Poole. Ball passes to Williams. It's tipped. Kuzma against Bridges. Oh, can't finish the one-handed jam. The Hornets have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. It's normal for guys to jump from team to team, Brent, but Kyle Kuzma has displayed real loyalty.
He clearly is starting to value what culture means and respects the time to build that up. He wants to be part of something special, and when you have players start to think that way, sometimes it translates to the court where they're more consistent and more reliable.
Here's Ball, and Ball throws it down.
And Ball makes the intelligent play, using the tried and true pick and roll to create an opening.
Ball against Poole. Ball with the rebound. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. 6-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home.
And a sweet dive. Ball has the playmaker's instinct.
Poole with the ball. His last outing, he had 24 points. Coulibaly on the wing. Shot clock at 5. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Coulibaly's got 8.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Brogdon's checked in for Washington.
Number 15, Malcolm Brogdon.
Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. And Ball gets it to go.
Sweet shot right there from Ball. A multi-talented offensive weapon.
Here's Brogdon. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. And they recover it. Pass to Brogdon. Shoots over Ball. Outside Brogdon. Second chance shot. The rebound by Bridges. Hornets trail by 4. With the Bradley Beal trade, Washington made it clear they were going in a new direction, Brent.
Yeah, it felt like the Wizards were stuck into Delaware just a little bit. They won 34 or 35 games for 3 straight seasons, and trading away Bradley Beal was an admittance to, hey, we've got to start over. We've got to do something to get some younger players in here on the roster and give us some flexibility. The future is now for the Washington Wizards. Yeah, don't settle for all the jump shots if you got that size and that ability. Kuzma getting to the rim.
Ball against Brogdon. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Brogdon against Ball. Bridges, a screen on Brogdon. 6 to shoot. Ball finds Bridges.
Kuzma knowing his body well and using it.
Bridges misses. Here's Kuzma. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Williams with the screen. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. And Williams punches it home.
Doesn't believe in soft finishes. The big fella's all about power.
Here's Carrington. In his last outing, 16 points for him. There's a screen. Misses from short range. Tries again. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Washington leading by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot, please.
Well, right now for Washington, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have.
And moving right along, things are neck and neck for the Washington Wizards right now.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force.
Thanks as always for watching. Let's
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jordan Poole. Man, is he getting it done today.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Miller is out there with Smith. Then there's Nick Richards. Then there's Grant Williams. And it's Martin in at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Smith passes to Richards. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Outside Butler. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Washington shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes. And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Washington leading by 4. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Brogdon against Miller. Ooh, Brogdon getting inside.
Brogdon inside, never rushed, effective with the soft touch.
Miller against Brogdon. Miller, the pass to Williams. To the left wing. Martin outside. And the call will be on Corey Kispert. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul, second team foul.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Smith outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Blocked.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
Butler passes to Kispert. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Cody Martin. And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
From behind the arc. Charlotte gets it back. Richards. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. To the wing on the left. Here's Sarr. Guarded by Miller. Out of bounds. It'll be Hornets ball. All right, now that we have a second, let's take a look at which teams cashed in on the fast break last year. The Wizards, second.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
Richards with a screen. 4-3. Miller can't get it to go.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside Butler. And there's the drive. Inside. And Sarr with the basket. On the assist by Butler. And the Wizards lead by 8.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Miller outside. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Brogdon feeling it out a bit. Here's the floater. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. There's a minute 12 left in the third. Pass to Richards. Oh, got a piece of it. Kispert with the ball. Martin picks him up. And here's Kispert. He shoots. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kispert's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Now here's Smith. He's scoreless. Miller left side. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the triple.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Now Butler. Pass to Kispert. Over to the wing. Miller against Brogdon. True on the 14-footer. Brogdon's got 6 points.
Nice to see Brogdon just step into one from the mid-range.
Williams a screen on Brogdon. Puts up a deep 3. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Washington Wizards closing out this quarter. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Hornets trail by 7. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. We've got Jordan Poole, Kyle Kuzma out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Carrington in at the 2. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Washington.
Well, they've had no problem getting into the heart of this defense with the dribble, and they've made the most of their chances there as well.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Greg?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing their future and developing talent.
Outside Koulibaly. Shot clock at 6. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And Poole's vision developing right in front of us.
Ball outside. Ball ventures inside and converts.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
While taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
There's a screen by Kuzma. Poole shot is off. Charlotte trailing. Ball with it, and he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Ball. Left side Williams. To tie it up. And the layup is up and in. It's all knotted up.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting.
Putting on the Jets, Jordan Poole, and that one drops. Poole's got 20 points.
And he's absolutely feeling it. There is no hesitation from Jordan Poole.
Here's Ball. And it goes. That makes him 9 for 13 now.
And finally, after trailing for so long, they've leveled the score late here in the fourth.
It's amazing to think of what they've done here, being behind so long. Now they have a legitimate chance to win this thing.
Pass to Carrington. And Mark Williams picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Carrington. Lays it up and banks it in. Carrington's got his first bucket of the night.
Poole becoming a better distributor of the basketball, so finding those chances and trying to get guys better looks, that's part of his game.
Ball outside. Six on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Williams. And he battles for the ball. Gets his second chance bucket. Williams has gotten 4 this quarter.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. You see that pay off.
Kuzma down low. Pounded by Ball. The Hornets have gotten 5 of 6 shots to go in the fourth. 1:33 left in the fourth. To take the lead. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge, asking for a review. This could be a big call.
The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
And Washington making a change here. Sarge checked in. And here's ball. And Ball throws it down.
Pressure's on, but it seems like Ball is not feeling any of it.
And it's Poole with the ball for the Wizards. Trailing by 2. 55 seconds left in the fourth. Kuzma against Bridges. Clock at 6. Pass to Carrington. And timeout is called by Brian Keefe. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Brogdon's checked in for Poole. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, he was very passionately telling his team, don't give them an inch when they have the ball. This game is going to come down to defense. I need you guys to work hard and close this one out. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Brogdon against Ball. The shot no good. Good work defensively by Brogdon. And here's Washington. Outside Coulibaly. Yes!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Love seeing that. They're a huge possession, and he nets it.
Outside man. Williams with the screen from downtown. The 3 won't fall. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
And they go to the intentional foul.
LaMelo Ball. Third personal foul. Third team foul.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
An insane scenario. Not enough time for a catch-and-shoot 3, so it has to be an alley-oop that draws the and-one foul.
So it's a narrow victory for the Wizards. Pulling out the W. And this was...
In all it, so a look at the starters for the Wizards. We've got Bilal Coulibaly. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in a two-guard. And for the Nets, the guard pair, Schroeder and Thomas. Cameron Johnson is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Claxton in at the center position. Now that the new season is tipped off, Richard, how important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
Poole against Schroeder. Now, here's Poole. D right at him, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. Kuzma outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. We got to talking about Jordan Poole and how you deal with a player like him. Coach smiled and said, "We want to be as disruptive for him as possible. Anything we can do to prevent him from getting into a rhythm, we'll do it. Keeping Poole off balance is the plan here, guys."
Thank you, David. So for Washington, their last game a loss to the Golden State Warriors. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard, and you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. The shot's good, and the assist by Schroeder.
In constant motion off ball, Thomas finds a soft spot and trusts the ball will find him back.
Schroeder against Poole. Pass to Koulibaly. And here's Valanciunas. Up and in on the layup.
Man, he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
Here's Schroeder. Nice feed from Valanciunas.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Pass to Kuzma. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And now let's get a look at the numbers for Valanciunas. Last year, getting it done. Last season, put up about 12 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities about 1,000%.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Poole against Schroeder. Stolen by Thomas. In transition, here come the Nets. Johnson from outside, and the Nets, another 3.
Look at the release from Johnson, getting that shot off before the defenders can close out.
And if you listen to Cam Johnson talk about shooting, my goodness, RJ, he is a student of the game.
Studies a lot of different shooters, constantly analyzing his own footwork. And you know what? The result speaks for themselves.
6 to shoot. The shot's good from Kuzma.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those. I just love when teams make it work down low.
The 3 from Poole. Buries it from 3-point range. Poole's got 5 points so far.
Really no surprise to see it go in. Poole has a terrific accuracy from deep.
Pass to Johnson. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Poole. Here's Claxton, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas, reaching out and just swatting that shot away. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Washington trailing. Pass to Carrington. Here's Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
That's what lackluster defense will get you. You deserve to get dunked on with that type of effort.
Tie game in Brooklyn. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively quickly from beyond the arc. And as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Koulibaly is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Carrington in at the 2. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Wizards passing it around. Here's Koulibaly. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Koulibaly's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards. Johnson outside. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Wizards. Valanciunas has got his 5th rebound in this one. Koulibaly with it. And it's Johnson picking him up.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Valanciunas, 16 feet away. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One, they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take. Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Schroeder against Brogdon. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Brogdon. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Schroeder against Brogdon. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Schroeder. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Thomas outside. Kuzma pulls it in. Wizards leading by 3. There's the lob to Brogdon. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Craig, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. The Wizards are trying to stay motivated through their rebuild. Kyle Kuzma says you have to change your approach a little bit. And it's like, what do you do it for? For me, it's about development every single day. Take care of your body, work hard, watch film, be studious, and find beauty in the struggle. Kevin?
And like you said, David, making it work every single day. Great approach.
And I like that Kuzma can go off 1 or 2 feet. It really allows him to attack the rim with ease. Yeah, and right when you thought that shot was leaving his hands, he reinvents it.
Brogdon outside. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Claxton.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Johnson surveying the floor. The 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 4 rebounds in this game. 41 seconds left to play in the first half. Schroeder against Brogdon. Out to Kuzma. Pass to Koulibaly. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
and they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Johnson down low. He's defended by Koulibaly. Not as good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Johnson. And here is Brogdon. Fires the three. And so it's the Washington Wizards with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in? And now let's check out the game at hand. It was a solid first half effort for the Washington Wizards. What? Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
Time for the stand. Oh, you know how this goes. You get
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Wizards second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Following some ups and downs, Richard, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out.
Williams is out there with Simmons. Then there's Trendon Watford. And it's Clowney in at the 5, down low. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Brogdon.
A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And to have a player who can fill it up like him coming in off the bench, what an asset.
He's crucial to the success of their second unit because he can keep that offense rolling.
And slam dunk by Watford.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Williams. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And so it's Washington with it. Brogdon outside. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Kispert. The shot misses. Good D by Williams. Nets trail by 4. Williams double team. Simmons against Holmes. Simmons passes to Watford. The rebound by Brogdon.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Kispert finds Holmes. Can't cash in from close range.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Here's Williams. Off on the layup. Washington leading now by 4. Bagley in the post. Watford on him. Outside to Brogdon. Bagley with a wide open look. And good. Coming on the assist by Brogdon. Brogdon's got 3 assists tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside, Simmons. He can't get that one.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Well, Ben Simmons is a multiple-time All-Star, but Richard, it's been years since he has played at that level. We know about the injury history.
And I wish Ben nothing but the best. I'm rooting for him, but it's hard to talk about someone who doesn't consistently play the game, and the injuries have taken Ben out of that position.
Here's Clowney. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Clowney's got his first points of the game.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Brogdon against Williams.
Last 2 minutes to play.
Brogdon right side. There's 1:54 left to play in the third. Holmes with it. Nothing on the board, and it's good for 2. And the Wizards lead by 9.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
A 3 from Simmons. Bagley with the rebound.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Outside Butler. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Back to Bagley. And he comes up with the deuce. Bagley's got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the Nets. Simmons, a screen on Holmes. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And it's Brogdon off the drive. And he jams it with authority.
He can explode to the hoop. Brogdon, he can change speeds in a hurry.
Here's Watford, and slam dunk by Watford.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Nets foul. Zaire Williams. His third personal foul. 4th team foul.
34 seconds left in the third. Here's Brogdon. Can't answer back with the dunk of his own. Nets trail by 9. Here's Simmons. Pass to Watford. From past the arc. Kept alive. Great D that time from Bagley. In the corner, Holmes with it. Butler passes to Holmes. The kick outside to Butler. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Washington in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done it.
Before this quarter starts,
and this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And the Nets shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. So the Wizards 5 right now. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Coulibaly. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the 2-guard spot. Just 4 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards. On Friday, they'll go up against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. During that last break, I heard Jordi Fernandez as he talked with his team. Now, coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
His first personal.
Washington leading now by 8. Poole up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Carrington. Out to Kuzma. Pass to Poole. The three. Trains the three-pointer.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Johnson. Pass to Coulibaly. A wide open look here for Kuzma. From outside, off the mark. Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Thomas's shot is off. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Kuzma against Schroeder. And Kuzma slams it in. Kuzma's got the lead up to 11 now for Washington.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
The confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Here's the teardrop. He gets that one.
It's such a determined scorer. When challenging the defense, Kuzma won't take no for an answer.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Wizards.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
Nobody near Schroeder. Drills it from outside.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Pass to Poole. Kuzma with a screen on Schroeder. Oh, Kuzma's in position. It's stolen by Schroeder. Johnson outside. Now Claxton, the three from Thomas, and the Nets, another three.
This is the kind of range Thomas has, which is why you must get out on him immediately.
Poole against Schroeder, out to Kuzma. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Shoots the three. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Finney-Smith's got his 5th rebound in this one. Schroeder surveying the floor. Johnson from outside. Rebound by the Wizards. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. To the middle. And taken away by Johnson.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
It's tipped. It's Thomas on the wing. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
Eager to prove he can carry the load, Thomas comes up big in the clutch.
And so Poole will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. Pass to Coulibaly. Kuzma outside. And nothing is falling for him right now. And the Nets with possession here. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
ICE. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Now, here's Poole. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Team second.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a 3-point game.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And if you can get a three, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick two and a foul.
Yeah, time is the enemy at this point, so I think I'd go for the tie and avoid playing the foul game.
And so it's Washington. Thank you, David. And that about does it for the first game of the...
EA Sports and another exciting edition of NBA ball. And a look at the starters for Charlotte. We've got Green, Mark Williams out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's LaMelo Ball, and it's Mann in at the 2-guard position. And for Brooklyn, they've got Williams. Trendon Watford is out there with Johnson. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Thomas in at the shooting guard position. And it's opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, BA. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
Here's Bridges. Soft touch off the glass.
Boy, look how easily Bridges shoots through the contact there. I mean, his mechanics are strong, as is his body.
Williams passes to Johnson. Williams against Ball. Thomas outside. From the top of the key, he buries it.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Williams against Ball.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on him.
Pass to Thomas. To the inside. Watford left side. He takes it in. 5 to shoot. Claxton sinks it from distance.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
And that one's good.
Boy, Ball plays with so much confidence. You know this guy believes in what he can do, including finding ways to score it inside.
And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. Williams with it. And Williams punches it home.
It's so sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And
big time right there. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Hits the trifecta.
You know, since entering the league, Bridges has really worked tirelessly on his game, especially the three-point shot, and you see the results of that labor.
Here's Thomas for 3. The rebound by Mann. The Hornets have gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. They get it again. Here's Ball. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Ball using his size that time to make things happen on the offensive boards.
Pass to Claxton. Now here's Williams. Screen by Claxton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That's on Mark Williams. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hornets?
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And Ball gets it to go.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Ball outside. Claxton with the block. Thomas outside. They get the rebound. Outside Johnson. Back to Thomas. From outside the arc. He buries it from 3. Thomas has got 5 now. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Here's Williams. And he buries his first look.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Claxton. And he lays it up and in. Claxton's got his second basket on the night.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And stolen by Claxton. Watford the pass to Williams. Now here's Johnson. Screen by Claxton. Johnson finds Claxton. And here's Thomas from the arc. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Nets out in front. Up. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Miles Bridges is out there with Green. Then it's Ball. Then there's Trey Mann. And it's Williams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
The recent years have been a bit of a struggle for the Hornets, Clark.
No doubt about it, B.A. I mean, they've dealt with injuries that have really been problematic and roster changes as well. I mean, very much a team in transition, trying to figure out who they are and what they can be. And it's hard to get things clicking when you're having changes in your roster compounded by injuries as well.
Williams passes to Thomas. And the Nets, another 3.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
And one of the problems they had, stretching out the D. They didn't have the shooters. They were impatient. It's something they vowed to fix going forward.
Williams against Ball. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. From behind the arc. Brooklyn pulls it in. Williams on the wing. Hounded by Ball. Johnson against Green. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that. To the middle. Here's Williams. Over Claxton. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Johnson for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
Especially on the three-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big 3. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Hornets trail by 16. On the wing, Green. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. The Nets have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Here's Williams. Pass to Claxton. There's the screen by Johnson. There's the three. Brooklyn, no good that time either. Charlotte's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Here's Mann. Charlotte again missing. Brooklyn leading by 16. Johnson passes to Thomas. Watford with a screen. Back to Johnson. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Johnson's got 6 points.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Williams against ball. Outside man. Pass to Williams. And stolen by Claxton. And he's all alone. Here's Watford. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And here's a look now at who shot the ball the best during last season's campaign. 5th best, Nick Claxton.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
Ball way outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown. 11 points in the game.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Thomas outside. Jacks up a 3. Ooh, another basket for him. He's 6 of 11 now.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Outside, Williams. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. 6 to shoot. Williams in the post. He's guarded by Claxton. That one goes. Count it.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And there's a pick. Williams passes to Thomas. 3-pointer. Hornets with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at Brooklyn in this one.
And in a series of the have-nots last year, they came out on the losing end. Really looking for some improvement here.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Two teams in the bottom half of the conference as far as respect goes. They're both scratching and clawing to try to get a little more of that respect.
Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. Doing some damage from deep. He now has 5 3-pointers in the game. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Vintage teamwork right there tonight. Everyone is looking to be the setup guy.
Yeah, when anyone could be the next to score.
Now let's take a look and see. That's it for us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
And the timeout called here by Jordi Fernandez. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Very, very nice.
Non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
We've got Bojan Bogdanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Sharp. Then it's Ben Simmons, and it's Wilson in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Simmons, and down it goes. 2 points. Simmons has got his first basket.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, so good at staying under control even when facing physical contact.
And they were top 15 in fewest turnovers. Not a terrible place to be, but somewhere where they can improve.
Charlotte shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Well, with the Hornets, they're still seeking their first NBA title, Clark.
Yep, and you think about all the talent that's come through the Queen City, BA. Playoff success has eluded them. I mean, hopefully it's just a matter of time before their fans have something to cheer about.
Wilson, no good. Hornets trail by 16. Here's Richards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge.
The action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Hornets trail by 15. Smith with it. Now Sharp defending. Martin outside. And the layup falls.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. He's checked in for Brooklyn. Schroeder comes in for Wilson. Brooklyn leading by 13. Simmons up top, guarded by Miller. Simmons, no good. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Here's Schroeder. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, I really appreciate Dennis Schroeder's willingness to sacrifice his body to make plays.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Second team foul.
Hornets trail by 16. Miller outside. And the three-pointer goes. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
Part of why Brandon Miller went second overall in 2023, he's a quality three-point shooter.
Here's Simmons. Shot from the low post is good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Miller, the pass to Richards. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Richards has got 6.
And, you know, for Miller, his passing is probably the most valuable and overlooked part of his game.
And here's Schroeder outside. Williams grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Grant Williams, a bit of a jack of all trades, Clark. He always provides a spark.
Yeah, he's an ideal guy to have in your rotation, whether he's starting or coming off the bench, because he gives you a lot of positive production at both ends, and he can get under the skin of the opponent too, which isn't always a bad thing. Gives you everything he has and fits in nicely with whatever role you give him.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hornets. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Smith outside. Pass to Miller. Picked it out of midair. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the NBA draft is now split over 2 days. Commissioner Adam Silver said second-round picks have become increasingly important, and this allows teams more time between those picks, as well as a chance to reassess after the first round. Also, given the level of interest, it merited primetime coverage and exposure.
All right, Allie, thank you. It's been a hit. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And then Bogdanovich with the dunk.
Hold now. I don't think the defense expected that. Bogdanovich taking it to the rack.
Richards with a screen. Fires the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Miller's got 6 points in the quarter.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for him.
And he comes up with a bucket.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Miller. And Charlotte, another three.
Miller, such a smooth jump shooter and is very comfortable shooting on the move.
Here's Simmons. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay.
Pass to Richards. Over Finney-Smith. He got a piece of it. Schroeder with it. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to be on Nick Richards.
Clever move by Schroeder there, ensuring that he drew the foul while also still getting the shot up.
So Brooklyn going with almost an entire new group here. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Clowney. Watford comes in for Finney-Smith. Thomas, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Williams is subbed in for Simmons. Ball no good. Williams against Ball. Watford the pass to Thomas. Out to Schroeder. Now Williams. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And here at the end of the third. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. Josh Green out there with Miles Bridges. Then there's Mark Williams. Then there's Trey Mann. And it's Ball in at the point. They set the screen. Down low. Thomas finds Johnson. Back to Thomas. The Hornets pull it in.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Brooklyn leading by 17. This one for 3. Nails it from 3. Thomas has got 20 points.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
That's a foul called on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul. More and more we're seeing international players come into the league who are NBA ready, Grant.
It really is a sight to see, BA. And some of those guys start playing pro ball when they're 16 or 17 years old. It toughens you up real quick playing against older competition at that age.
Williams in the post. And Williams punches it home.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Bridges. Rejected by Claxton. Thomas with the ball. Guarded now by Ball. The 3. Ball with the rebound. Hornets trail by 19. Over Williams. Ball no good. Here's Williams. lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Green. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Hornets. Man misses.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Charlotte's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Kept alive. Williams. Some solid defense from Claxton. Brooklyn leading by 19. Thomas outside. Brooklyn, no good that time either. And for Charlotte, they're shooting 40% from the field in this one.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
It's an even 3-on-3 break. The three from Ball. They get it back. Here's Williams. The kick out to Ball. Green in the post. Johnson on him. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
And I love the way they've been attacking the basket. I mean, they've looked to penetrate every opportunity they've had, and they've done a nice job doing that.
There's the triple. Pure from three-point range. And the Nets lead by 18.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Nets.
In today's game, you need to shoot it well from 3. That was the difference maker.
Exactly. And the defense didn't rotate out quickly enough to disrupt their shooters.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And here's Thomas from the arc. The rebound by Bridges. The ball's knocked loose. Watford the pass to Thomas. From deep. That shot off the mark. Green with the ball. Watford covering. Outside, Green. It's Bridges on the wing. Three-pointer. Claxton with a rebound. Now here's Watford. He's guarded closely. And stolen by Williams. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Charlotte again missing. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, BA, they should really stick with what they've been doing.
Now here's Thomas. He's guarded by man. So we see the Nets taking the W here. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra.
The starting line. Lineup for the
Welcome, everybody. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Miles Bridges is out there with Williams, and it's Martin in at the small forward. And for Washington, they've got Kyle Kuzma. He's out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Koulibaly is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Carrington in at the shooting guard position.
Really good example of Jordan Poole using his skill to create the needed separation.
We know, Doris, at one point, the Wizards had one of the most unique pairings in NBA history.
Think back to 1987, 1988, the year you're talking about, when the 5'3" Muggsy Bogues was a teammate of Manute Bol, who stood 7'7" tall. At the time, they were the tallest and shortest players in NBA history, with 28 inches between them. Incredible.
Miller with a wide open look. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft. His three-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a wing.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Looking back at the 2019 draft, Jordan Poole was picked number 28, and Doris, he's already experienced the highs and lows of the NBA.
Well, Kev, let's remember that was a stacked draft class, and I think what you've seen from Jordan Poole is this incredible ability to hunt shots, to be willing to be a focal point on the offensive end. Let's remember, he's won a championship in his career, and that's something you can never take away. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Kuzma. Pass to Valanciunas. Over Miller. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Bridges deciding where to go with it. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. One thing this team likes about Miles Bridges, Greg, he plays a lot. He's always there.
And Kevin, on a couple occasions, Bridges has been near the top in minutes played. He's got that strong 6'7" frame, and it holds up well over the season.
Well, Doris, there's no question Miles Bridges is a talented scorer out on the wing.
You are exactly right, Kevin. This is a young man capable of putting up 20 points per game on a nightly basis. Now I want to see Bridges take strides as a defender. He has to show more commitment on that end of the floor.
Here's Poole following the bucket by the Hornets.
Wow, you can see how high Jordan Poole gets up and off his feet. Be aware this guy's got some athleticism.
There's Ball with the three. Valanciunas grabs the board.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Poole, no good. Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Miller, no luck. Wizards have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised.
The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Bridges for 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Well, efficiency is everything, right? So far in this one, this guy has been on the money.
Poole with it. Williams picks him up. Beyond the arc. That's good from Poole on the assist from Valanciunas. Poole's got 10 points in the game. And Doris, a new era began in Charlotte after Michael Jordan's departure as owner in 2023.
And Kevin, with that ownership change, there's always a transition period, and it may take a while for the Hornets to find success, but there are some reasons for optimism, and you begin with the young point guard.
So it's Washington now after the basket by Charlotte. Williams kicks to Bridges. Then Bridges jams it in.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Here's Poole. Williams with the block. Bridges against Kuzma. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. The drive by Poole. And Ball with the block.
Well, you love the 6'7" length that LaMelo Ball brings as a defender. Just gets a hand on that and sends it back.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Ball with it. Out to Miller. Got it off in time. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's a...
It's been all about Miles Bridges for the Charlotte Hornets. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Charlotte.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
On the court for the Hornets, the guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Martin is out there with Bridges, and it's Williams at the center. Outside, Martin. Pass the ball. Williams sets a screen for Ball. Inside. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got the lead up to 11 now for Charlotte. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Clock at 6. Here's Kuzma driving inside. Williams with the block. Miller's got room, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Ball against Brogdon. Out to Kuzma. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, Kyle Kuzma off his feet in a hurry. Nice finish.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity. But Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. I guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. It's deflected.
I'll tell you what, Kyle Kuzma has committed to being a better defender, and he sends that shot back.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Washington Wizards. 11-point game. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, and along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
Here's Miller, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And you know, Brandon Miller may not have the experience, Doris, so far in the NBA, but boy, does he have a feel for the game.
And Kevin, that to me is something you can't teach. The ability at a young age to read situations well. He can mix his pace. He can create his own space for his shot. The game has already seemed to slow down for this young guy.
Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Song.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot three at the line.
Boy, just stick with it. Even through contact, Brandon Miller knows I can take a hit and still give the shot an opportunity to go in.
Bays checked in for the Wizards.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
When you look at the game of Mark Williams, Doris, what impresses you the most?
Well, probably his size and athleticism. That combination makes him an immediate fit. He understands which shots to take on the offensive end, seems to have a great feel for how to position himself on the defensive end and how to mix it up on the glass.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
Three from the inbound.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Here's Carrington. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
With his strength, it isn't easy to upset Valanciunas with a little contact. You're going to have to get a lot more physical than that.
1:11 left to play here in the half, and the basket is good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And Valanciunas penetrating, taken away by Williams. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
Quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
Charlotte again missing. Wizards trail by 17. Brogdon with it, and it's Miller picking him up. And Bay throws it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Brogdon. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
How about putting it on the deck and going with a level of intention? Malcolm Brogdon on the drive.
Outside ball. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that concludes the first half. Hornets ahead, up by 15. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the... Now, looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Wizards.
Their defense has been trash.
Thanks for joining us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Brandon Miller has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Butler out there with Brogdon. Then it's Corey Kispert. Then it's Sarr. And it's Bagley in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Brogdon the pass to Kispert. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Kispert's got his first 2 points.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And there's the call on Jared Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Mann. He's guarded by Brogdon. Mann passes to Green. 5 on the clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Saw the pass to Kispert. Bagley kicks to Brogdon. Over Green. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Here's Mann, defended by Bagley. They kick it out to Green. Stolen by Kispert. And here we go. Washington fast break. And finished off by Bagley.
And at 6'11", Bagley is a huge target. When he runs the floor, it just makes everything easier.
Smith against Butler. Smith the pass to Mann. Here's Williams. Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Brogdon right side. Green taking his time here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Driving to the basket. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play.
First personal foul.
One on Kispert. The Hornets have shot 67% from the line, going 6 of 9.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And that one drops. Hornets leading by 14. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Smith the pass to Richards.
2 minutes.
And now the pass break. Brogdon with the ball. It's deflected. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Wizards. On Friday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And that game against Houston, that's one to watch for. Fourth contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
There's the three. Knocks down the three ball. Green's got 8 points.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And there's Brogdon putting it right back in.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Richards, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Williams with the steal. On the wing, Green. They get a hand on it. And here we go. Sarr heading to the hoop. And the officials call a traveling violation.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
And the Wizards are going with a whole new group out there now. Poole against Smith. Nifty move. And Smith with the stuff.
Smith drives, getting the ball inside and scoring around the cup.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Poole, no good.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Smith dishes to Williams. Pass to Mann. Williams a screen from deep. Kuzma pulls it in. Here's Carrington. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Bridges, and it's Martin in at the 3.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
And there's the call on Cody Martin. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Coulibaly. Nice ball movement by Washington. Valanciunas, rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Steps back. Bridges outside. 6 on the shot clock, and there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's his first foul.
Turnovers weren't a story for him early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
Wizards trail by 16. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Here's Poole. Williams with the block. Ball feeling it out a bit. Miller outside. Rebounded by the Wizards.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Valanciunas finds Coulibaly. Trying to find Valanciunas. It's to him.
I tell you, allow Jonas Valanciunas space and he will throw it down. He's got the size and length to make it look easy.
Second chance effort. Here's Martin. And he uses the glass on the lane.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Knocked loose. Stolen by Ball. Bridges outside. Miller outside. No good from outside. Wizards trail by 16. Oh, Kuzma's in position. Valanciunas passes to Kuzma. Williams with the block. On the wing, Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
What you love is Miles Bridges has kept his foot on the gas pedal. Started out scoring well and continues to keep the pressure on.
Now Kuzma. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got 5 rebounds tonight. Out to Miller. Williams has a screen for Miller. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. Wizards have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter.
That's a great dunk.
Freakish.
Athletic freak.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Ball, no good. Wizards have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Kuzma outside. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. The kick out to Poole. Shot clock at 6. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And they'll get another chance. Valanciunas passes to Poole. Back to Valanciunas. Koulibaly with it. He's against Martin. Koulibaly, no good. Hornets leading by 16.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hornets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance, it was a big-time outing for LaMelo Ball.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Poole on the follow. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here is Ball. Outside Williams. Clock at 6. And Ball puts up a deep 3. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it.
meet the starting lineup.
Very early in the season, but a lot of excitement still in the air, Graham.
No question, BA. I mean, the fan base will usually carry it until their team is mathematically eliminated. Fans in this league are so passionate about their teams, and that's one of the things that makes the NBA so great.
Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Johnson. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Cam Thomas, and it's Williams in at the point. Here's Sarr, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
The Frenchman, s'il vous plaît. Taking flight, you gotta like Sarr.
And Williams punches it home.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. Williams against Poole. And the shot's good.
Yeah, and Poole does have some tricks up his sleeve. It helps him get around that contact inside.
Johnson passes to Thomas. Here's the three. Knocks it down from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
George outside. Pass to Poole. George, a screen on Williams. Back to George. Shot clock at 6. Poole outside. Rejected by Claxton.
Possession to Brooklyn.
The Nets have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Well, Brent, since 1980, the Wizards have had home court advantage in the playoffs just one time.
BA, do you want to have anything that you want to share that's positive about the Wizards? I mean, this team has not made it out of the second round in that span, so hard to envision that happening anytime soon. They got a long way to go.
Now here's Poole. His last outing, he had 24 points.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Offensive rebound. And here's Thomas. Back to Finney-Smith. Pass to Thomas. It's rebounded by George. The Wizards have gone just 2 for 4 from the...
Oh!
Flying high! Throwing it down!
Oh, my! Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the out.
Get out of the way!
Wow!
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, BA.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. George finds Poole. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, Jordan Poole, as far as continuing to develop his game, is more focused on becoming a more consistent player in this league.
Free throw good, Poole. Both shots good from the stripe.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Williams passes to Thomas. Inside. The kick out to Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Poole against Williams.
Nets back. Zayt. First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:51 left in the first quarter here. Here's Poole. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Poole's got 6.
Those are 2 tough points from Poole. Great to see him mixing it up down low.
Thomas, a screen on Poole. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why have you settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Poole for 3. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 5. Well, you look at Cam Thomas, Grant. Do you think he has the potential to be a star in this league?
Well, you know, it's tough to say, B.A. He has a lot of talent, especially as a scorer. I think he has to keep evolving other parts of his game if he wants to become a full-fledged star.
Drives to the hoop. Here's Carrington, and out of bounds. The Nets will take it. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Bilal Coulibaly. For Brooklyn, they've gone 8 of 10 shooting. And here's Thomas from the arc. Buries it from 3. Thomas has gotten his second bucket on the night.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Poole with the ball. He has 6. They set the pick. Pass to Sarr. Back to Poole. Kicks it to George. 3 on the clock. Over Finney-Smith. Washington again can't hit.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Here's Claxton. Yep, that one's good.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's the Nets up by 12. Don't. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, the Nets pretty much in control here.
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Bilal Coulibaly out there with George. Then there's Sarr, then it's Kispert, and it's Carrington in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Wizards. Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there are still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
Spins. Johnson on the wing. From the arc. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Anytime the ball is headed towards Cam Johnson, he's thinking shot. It's a pretty good idea.
Kispert up top. Williams defending. George with it. Finney-Smith's there. And stolen by Claxton. On the wing, Finney-Smith. Defended by Kispert. Here's Claxton. It's rebounded by Washington. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
If you can't match up on the boards, you are not going to win games. That's got to be a big lesson from that game.
Well, maybe they went into that game thinking rebounding not something they needed to focus on. They absolutely did.
Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Carrington. Rejected by Claxton. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
With Washington.
Kispert with the ball. And Johnson picks him up defensively. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Coulibaly.
They had some success in the first quarter, but since then, they've gone cold.
Johnson on the wing. Defended by Kispert. And the basket is good. Johnson's got 5 points.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Here's Carrington. Thomas defends. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
The 3 ball. The rebound by the Wizards. Their next game is at FedEx Forum in Memphis for a matchup with the Grizzlies. That kicks off a 5-game road trip for the club.
Just bouncing off contact. Sorry, man. 2 points the hard way.
Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Here's Carrington. Claxton with the block. Finney-Smith passes to Williams. Back to Finney-Smith. Let's go with a 3. Williams, that's good. Williams has got 19 points. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
They've been pretty intimidating on the defensive end, knocking away shootings, containing shooters, and making it tough to find looks.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie, thanks. And here's Kispert from the arc. Sinks the tray. Kispert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Pass to Johnson. Back to Williams. Thomas outside. And a fast break now for the Wizards.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Nets leading by 13. Oh, George with a steal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And George with the jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Thomas, that's good.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And so it's Brooklyn, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. Back to the game after this break.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That's the sound of the offense. They were absolutely
Taking a peek now. That does it for halftime.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 14. On the floor for Brooklyn, you got Ben Simmons. Williams is out there with Shake Milton. And it's Wilson in at power forward. Washington shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
First team foul.
Brooklyn leading by 11. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul. Cloudy, he's checked in for Simmons.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Nets. Number 21.
Outside, Williams. Going inside, and Williams punches it home.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the... Oh,
my!
Nobody is stopping that.
Way up there in the rafters.
Insane!
What a finish.
Martin outside. And he makes it on the layup. And the Nets lead by 13.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Davis, the pass to Valanciunas. And Milton pulls it down.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
That one's good for 2. Williams has gotten 4 this quarter.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. He's checked in for Washington. Now a chance to break down how the starters and reserves have contributed in the scoring department tonight for the Nets. Brooklyn leading by 13. Now Simmons. Into the lane. Count that bucket. Simmons has gotten his first points of the night.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Butler passes to Davis. Pass to Vukcevic. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, such a good read by Davis there. I like seeing him share the wealth.
There's a screen. Here's Clowney. Here's Whitehead. That one drops for him. Whitehead's gotten his first points in this one.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Pass to Vukcevic. To the wing, right side. Here's Bagley. He can't get it to go. Nets leading by 15. It's Simmons with a drive. Here's Wilson. The 3 is up. That shot missing. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. There's the drive. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Here's Butler. There's a minute 54 left in the third. Throw it down on the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
And stolen by Simmons. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up, you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, my body told me, no more, bro.
Well, leave that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Allie, thanks. Stripped it away. Fast break, Brooklyn. Here's Whitehead. No good on the triple. Wizards trail by 15.
Brooklyn foul. Jalen Wilson. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the third. Davis from long range. And it's Whitehead with a rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Now the Wizards in transition. Pass to Vukcevic. Now here's Bagley. Driving inside. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Bagley seeing it and then being it with the dunk.
Here's Whitehead. Butler covering. Whitehead can't get it to go.
Brooklyn foul.
Washington shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Third team foul.
That free throw good from Davis. Both free throws good from Davis. Pass to Clowney. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Sarr out there with George. Then there's Davis. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Poole in at the point guard. That's the group for Washington right now. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Wilson's got himself on the board with a three there. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
You have to be a fan of the energy they played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And not to mention they're playing with great activity. A lot of block shots, good hands, active hands, nothing easy for the opposition.
It's rebounded by Washington.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Davis, the pass to Sarr.
Nets foul.
So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Drains the triple.
You can tell Poole trusts himself completely, gets the ball, and he immediately takes that shot.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. Here's Poole. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Nets leading by 10. Johnson with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. Here's Thomas for three. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Poole against Williams. Poole, the pass to Davis. Poole outside to the paint. George. Goes back up. Can't hit that one. Good D by Finney-Smith. Here's Thomas for three. Sarr pulls it in. The Wizards trail by 12. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And really showing the athleticism. Flying solo.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. On the wing, Davis. Off target with the three.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Back to Thomas.
2 minutes.
The kick out to Williams.
Fourth quarter. 2 minutes.
Just 5 on the clock. Johnson for three. Gets the three to fall. And the Nets lead by 13.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
The three is up. Brooklyn pulls it in. They led by as many as 18. Finney-Smith with it. Davis on it. Nice shot by Finney-Smith.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Nets.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
Clock at 6. George outside. The 3. No luck on that one. Nets leading by 15. And here's Thomas from the arc. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
Well, Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A., and the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well.
Poole finds George. Back to Poole. George outside. Pass to Sarr. George outside. And he lobs it up top. There's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Possession to Brooklyn.
.36 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Williams misses. The Wizards on offense. It's an 18-point game. It's stolen by Johnson. Now here's Claxton. Thomas outside. Back to Claxton. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton. Timeout called. The Wizards. They're down by 18. All right, guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
Blocking foul called on Zaire Williams. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And that one misses.
Jordan Poole. Defensive foul. Zaire Williams.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.